we quiet on set? Or? Yeah.
Oh my God, it's been too long since we've been down here.
Yep.
Am I right?
Right.
Yes, we are so ecstatic to be back here, ladies and gentlemen. Like, you know that moment, like when you're about to score for the first time, and
Yeah,
like
score.
like you're so excited, but you're so nervous at the same time.
Yeah.
That's how I feel right now. I just
Hard?
feel hard, but totally vulnerable.
God.
Totally vulnerable. We're here in the makeshift Brownstown Studios, temporary 3.0. Yeah, so this is all new to us, kind of again.
The turd, right?
Yeah,
The
we're
turd.
calling it the turd.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's
It's the
I
turd
like-
one.
I like that.
It's the turd one. Do me one favor,
Yeah.
if you would, Chubbs. See the little slider on the far side? Nope, other side. Other side.
To your right.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Sir.
Turn it down just a frog hair.
This one?
Yeah, just a frog hair.
Just to see you next
Down.
Tuesday here.
Okay, yeah, we're good. We're
Okay.
good. Okay,
Yeah,
still
that's
working all the
better.
bugs out here.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed, though, we have not had any really bad, like technical difficulties. So I'm trying to move my straw
You
as a
just
picture
jinxed
here.
it, man.
Yeah, I probably did. I probably did. But you know what? I'm trying to find a good spot to set my cup where it's
See.
not like anybody's.
It's
There you go.
okay,
All right, good. See, minor things
Yeah.
here, folks. Minor things.
It's been a while.
We
It's
got
nice.
Been a while.
we got the banner up.
We
which
do.
is looking good. Mainly just to hide all the ugly crap behind it. Yeah.
It's just house stuff.
I'm
behind it.
sorry you guys don't have cool banners to hide all the ugly crap behind you guys. But you know what?
Can I wear one of those jackets over there?
If you want, man.
All right.
Dude,
Yeah.
grab
are,
me
you-
that.
are you that cold?
No,
grab
I'm
me
not
that
cold.
Mighty
You,
Ducks
you
one.
just want to look awesome?
grab
okay.
grab me that Mighty Ducks one.
Do it.
Since we're wearing jackets.
Dusty
now.
probably is cold.
I probably am. I kind of am. Not really. Lying.
So basically, folks, if you're just now tuning in, 2.5 months ago, roughly, my wife got a wild hair and decided she was going to up and move. And I was totally against it. I liked the house we were in, but she wanted something bigger, something better. And now that I've moved, I agree we do need something bigger and better. I would hate to go back to the other place. I love this house. It's totally phenomenal. But, yeah, so we tore down the studio in the hopes of being moved within weeks. Well, he's wearing military. Looks good on him. So the anticipation of weeks turned into 2.5 months, which was total BS in my opinion.
Super long, man.
Yeah, it was way too long.
Yeah.
Way too long. That jacket looks gangster on you.
Dude, I like it.
I like it.
I want to like knuckle puck mother truckers with this, man.
Do it.
Quack.
Do it.
Quack. 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 Quack.
I love that movie. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Sorry.
So needless to say, the move is done. It's been done for a couple weeks now, and I've been trying to slowly unpack my house, which I think I'm doing a pretty good job at.
Dude, yeah, I think you're killing it with the unpacking, man. Every time I come
Yeah.
over here, I'm like, dude.
Looks better and
Yeah.
better, right?
That's what not having a job does for you.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Hey, at least he does stuff. You know, he does do stuff.
Yeah,
so at least
I
he's
do
not-
work. I just don't get paid for it.
Yeah.
I don't get a paycheck.
House
so to
dad,
speak.
man. House
Yeah,
dad.
house husband.
Yeah.
That's
that
what
works.
That's
Yeah,
what I call
husband.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's what I call myself.
Lucky. That's what I
Yes,
call it.
very lucky.
Yes.
Jealous.
So, needless to say, over the last 2.5 months, there has
And I'm
been
hot.
a lot, and I mean a lot, of things go on in the world that I think we need to address.
Yes.
Most importantly,
What's at the top of the list?
the top of the
Break
list
it down.
is Slayer's farewell tour. I mean, honestly,
that was cool.
that I think of everything that happened in the world, that affected me the most out of anything. The Slayer farewell tour. If I could just talk, I'm so not used to this, man. It's been 2.5 months. I'm rusty. You're dusty, and you're chubby.
Extra medium.
Extra medium.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's flavor of the week.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We gotta have some Bruce references.
Oh, got to.
Bruce.
For anybody who follows Bruce on social media, he is
Been
back.
banned.
Yeah, he is back on Facebook. He was banned there. He caught him a 30-day ban He got zucked. He got zucked hard, like super hard.
That's like, but like he.
What was
he
his
had a 30
offense?
Day.
I have no idea.
He had a 30 day, and then he got like off for like 4 days, and he got slapped with another 30 days.
Yeah.
Somebody said that from what I saw, he put on Twitter, like somebody went back in his timeline and saw an offensive picture and reported it. Is what he said. And I don't know how true that is.
So like, how
I
far
think
did
a
they go
cuck-
back?
I think I don't know. I think their cucks out there are just straight trolling them just to shut them up. You know.
I don't blame them.
I don't understand. Like, all you have to do is open up and just get another email address and just do a whole another account.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't do that.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
If he does do that, I don't know his secondary account.
Yeah, I mean it's not that hard.
No, it's not hard at all.
Yeah.
Literally, I know a bunch of people with like secondary accounts just as backups.
Yeah.
So
well,
when they do
Jay
get
had
banned,
one.
Yeah.
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 For like the longest. I kind of think Amber was running that though.
Oh, I don't know.
I kind of felt like she was running that.
She might have been.
Yeah.
Might be a joint account.
Yeah.
You never know.
So the farewell tour.
Oh, dude,
Yes.
Slayer,
Slayer.
farewell tour. Show him the shirt, Dust.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I saw
Yes.
it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But
Yeah. Slayer! You got to cut to you there, Chief. There you go.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
You can kind of see it. Yeah. I would wear my shirt, but I don't know where the hell it's at. My house is, as slowly as it's coming together, it's still a huge mess. Give me another month and a year, and it'll be perfect.
huge.
Yeah, it'll be huge. It's going to be huge. Best trade deal ever.
Dude, that's the most I've ever eaten at a concert, like food-wise.
Dude.
Like, how many burgers did we eat?
For one, I was hungry when we showed up.
Yeah, I was too.
And two, those burgers were delicious.
Yeah, they were good. They were like some like
What was it, like $5.50? It was an Angus burger, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
They weren't bad.
For concert food, it was superb.
Yeah, the second one was more like a mummy's dick, but
Yeah.
the first one was the best.
Yeah.
I needed the second one though for my sanity.
Yeah.
I was pretty there.
Yeah.
Did you guys get some fries that cross your eyes?
No, we didn't.
No.
No, we didn't.
Shake so it
fries.
can make you quake?
No, we just had burgers.
Just had burgers.
Just had burgers, man.
Give
That
it
was
up.
Just had
Good.
burgers.
That was a good one. That was a good one, man. I like that. Oh, we got this little string hanging here.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see
Making
it.
an appearance. We need to hang something from it.
Yeah. They found my Pink
The
Panther.
Pink Panther. I was just gonna say.
Yeah. But yeah, the Slayer farewell tour. It was amazing. Every band that played put on a hell of a show.
I think Lamb of God did a badass job, dude.
Yeah, Lamb of God.
That was awesome.
It's Lamb of God,
Yeah.
man. It's like Slayer's child.
Yeah.
Where were you guys sitting at?
We had lawn seats.
Huh. Did you
What?
sneak into the pavilion? Or?
No, I was trying to sneak
being
in
a-
the pavilion.
I was being a big
I was like,
pussy.
dude, now's the time to do it.
You
Now's
guys
the time
sneak
to
in
do
with
it.
the flow, man. Like swim like a salmon upstream, and
That's how we were gonna do it too.
Yeah. But like everybody was coming like towards us, and like I think if we would have swam, we would have walked by everybody. They would have been like, hey, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
Now with everybody coming out, we could have just went right
Whoop.
in between all them people.
We should have just
They'd have never
we should have
seen
just
us.
ran by the security guard in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
There's a security
yeah,
guard. At the
he was
window.
in one of
Yeah.
the hover round chairs, man.
Did he have like a stick sitting on the edge of his wheel to like knock people's ankles? in?
No.
No.
That'd have been cool.
I think only one of his hands worked too.
Yeah.
So it would have been easy to get away from him.
Yeah. He only would have grabbed
Yeah.
one of us. Probably would have been me.
With his good hand.
Yeah.
Take my good hand.
He had a turkey, butterball turkey. And he was all like, shit, get up and down. Oh shit! But it was a good show, man. It was good.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, Slayer put on a great show.
Yeah.
Best song.
Well,
Rain
probably
and
Rain and
Blood.
Blood. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I-
we left
Right after
right towards the end of it.
All you need to hear is dum,
Yeah.
and you're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we're good.
We're
dude.
good.
We're good.
And that's pretty much
Heard
how
it
it
live.
happened too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, obviously, it was like the days following, like the big days of the move. So I was still sore.
Yeah.
Not to mention, like 3
He
days
was
before
sunburned
that.
as fuck too.
Yeah, I was sunburned.
Damn
All to hell. It sucked. You were sunburned too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you know.
We were both hurting that week.
Yeah, not to mention, like 3-4 days before that, we just went to Newfound Glory at Bogart's.
Oh, right.
So, like, I moved. The day I was officially moved, we went and saw Newfound Glory, and my feet were still killing me, legs killing me. You know.
Disappeared on him there.
Yeah, Dusty disappeared on me, like halfway through Newfound Glory set. Like literally, I'm sitting there watching, and I can see him right here. And then like I'm looking around, you know, like man, this is pretty cool. And then like I turned to look at him, and he's just gone. Ghosted me.
Was it kids or adults?
Mostly
it's
adults.
mostly
Adults.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's what you would expect,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I did it right. I went to Bunbury the day before the sunburn.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, you went to Bunbury?
Yeah.
What'd you? Oh, dude, is it
He
like
saw Post
horrible?
Malone.
No, it was Post Malone was like the best. He guy's a showman. Like
I always like his live videos. He does a really good job.
Did
Great,
he play
like-
guitar at all?
No guitar. He was mainly like just talking about how fucked up he was, and when he did "Ooh, I Fall Apart."
I thought you were gonna go, ooh baby, do you know what that's worth? Got me heaven is a place on earth.
When he did "Fall Apart," he was like, he's like, "Has anybody ever had like a broken heart?" And then he was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, this song's for you." And then he starts going, "Fuck that bitch," and like, dude, I got a panoramic shot
Everybody
of
yelled,
the
"Fuck that
crowd.
bitch."
Well, just of the crowd, but everybody there was yelling, "Fuck that bitch." It was
What's wrong?
Houston, we have a problem here.
we offline.
I
we
must have
froze.
pushed a button.
We froze.
We froze.
Oh, there we go. No. Damn it.
The audio has I paused the audio. Minor technical difficulties, folks. Minor. Very, very minor technical difficulties.
We got a crowd.
Oh, dang.
Can you hand me that keyboard up there without pushing any buttons?
Who'd you go with?
Britt and Nora.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Who else did you see there?
Coheed and Cambria. We got there like at the end of Sir Sly,
Yeah.
and he was like, his stage was down, so where we were walking, it was already jam packed, so you couldn't see a fucking thing.
Yeah. I would like to have seen Sir Sly.
Yeah, he did. I was there for Astronaut, which is
Yeah.
like my favorite song by him, and I got to hear it, and run, and kick off my shoes and run, and high. Feels good to be running from the devil.
I'm waiting on this audio.
I like that song.
Me too. We back.
Who else did you see?
Jack White.
Ah, good old
So it
Jack
was
White,
Sir Sly, Coheed and Cambria. And what sucked with Coheed and Cambria, that's who I was there to see. Had a huge crowd, but they were all there to see Post Malone. You know what I mean? Like, there was like, here's a guy.
I think a lot of people went
There's a
just to
guy-
see Post Malone.
Yeah.
But did you see Post Malone's doing his own music festival? He
Oh,
announced-
really?
He announced that today. He's going to do his own
What?
music festival.
Makes
Yeah.
sense. Dude, like, I'm telling you.
Is he calling it Post Fest?
It's something like that.
Really?
That's serious, yeah.
Really?
I don't know where it's going to be
He's-
at, but yeah, he announced it like today or yesterday.
It's not going to be like a touring
How
festival.
about,
No, it's like a
how about
wah,
Fest
wah.
Malone?
Fest Malone, yeah.
Malone
It's
Fest? I don't
something
know what
like
you would
that.
call it.
Fest Malone
It's something
song.
along that
Yeah,
line.
Fest Malone would
Yeah.
probably be the one I would go with.
Can I play some samples?
I mean, you can try. We don't own the rights to this music,
I won't play much, you know.
so if YouTube kicks us for that, then we don't own the rights to the music. I wish it did.
Either does Post Malone, so.
Yeah, probably not. Probably not. You had pretty decent seats, man. When you were showing me the audio or the video from it, I
Were
was
they
like,
like
"Dang, that's
seats
pretty
or
good."
like lawn? Or, like, were
Why
you
can't I
standing?
hear it? Oh, because it's playing through the headphones. I was in the lawn.
You got
I-
Bluetooth headphones in?
Yeah.
Nice.
I had a good spot for Coheed and Cambria.
Did they have like sit-down seats at Bunbury?
That was
No.
my next
No, I was
question.
gonna say
don't
it was
think they
probably
do.
all
Maybe
like,
for Sir Sly there was that pavilion stage, because you'd have to see it. Like, it was there's like the wall and then like down to the river, and like he was playing on the shore.
Oh, I know
Oh,
what you're talking
wow.
about.
So
Yeah.
there was like like a little amphitheater. That's where he was playing.
Oh, cool.
But that thing floods out.
It does.
It does, yeah.
That would suck.
I like that.
That's how he opened the show right there.
I don't like that.
He's a hell of an artist.
It sounds like him actually singing, believe it or not.
Yeah.
You think he lip syncs? I don't think he lip syncs.
Hold on.
No. He jams.
Man, it's crazy how popular he got. Like you wouldn't think
Yeah.
somebody like him would, but man, he got.
It was literally like, I think you were like, dude, have you ever heard of Post Malone? And I was
Yeah.
like, no.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, listen to this guy.
And then like I listened to Congratulations, and the next thing I know, like he's just blowing up.
Yeah, he's
So
I didn't hear anything about him, and then all of a sudden, boom,
Yeah.
he's everywhere.
so I'm having a technical difficulty.
What's your technical difficulty, man?
I only have one channel with these headphones.
Have you always only had one channel?
No, it just started cutting out on me.
Oh, wiggle the cord.
wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah.
Will iggle the cord.
Okay.
Is that better?
I don't know. I think so.
He said,
Aren't you
I
deaf
don't
in one
know.
ear? 'Cause that would
Kinda.
explain it.
Yeah. Kinda. But yeah, I mean, like he had a great set.
yeah.
Like he kept like his crowd interaction
How many songs did he do?
a lot.
Really?
Yeah, he did Candy Paint, Psycho, Rockstar, Flex,
21 Savage.
Too Young. That one I told you, Fall Apart.
Yeah.
The only song I don't know if he did was Congratulations,
Mm.
because we wanted to have good spots for Jack White. Jack
White
White.
played after him?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
People
the-
are like love Jack White. Like,
I
there's,
know,
like,
but-
hardcore Jack White fans.
The crowd for him
Yeah.
was just people that didn't want to leave. Really,
Really.
there wasn't that many people that like knew his music. The only thing that the only songs that he played was "Dead Leaves in the Dirty Ground,"
Mm-hmm.
"Hotel Yorba," "Steady as She Goes," and Seven Nation Army, of course, was the closer.
Mm-hmm.
But outside of that, all the other songs were like songs I didn't know.
Really?
But goddamn it, that guy is
Oh, he's a performer.
talented.
Yeah, he's talented.
I got to be honest with you. There's only like 2 Jack White songs that I like.
You know he
Seven
makes
Nation Army.
he makes like
Seven Nation Army's one of them.
furniture and shit like in
Yeah.
his free time.
Yeah, I heard
His
about that.
main thing, like every time he interacted with the audience, was just about support analog music.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Go to your record stores,
Well,
buy
that's,
records.
and that's the thing that he does is like, from what I've heard, he puts like a one of his records inside like a piece of furniture and he autographs it and things like that. So people are like buying his furniture and like ripping them apart just to see if they can find it. Dead serious.
Wow,
Yeah.
Wow.
that's crazy.
It's funny you mentioned the whole analog music thing. A couple weeks ago, probably definitely over a month ago, I bought a record.
Really?
I bought Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction, original pressing.
It's like
What-
perfect.
On
shit.
Amazon or
No, at the flea market for
Okay.
$15. It's got one minor scratch on it on the B side, and I was so proud. I was like, "Hell yeah, dude! I got Guns N' Roses' Appetite for Destruction, original pressing for $15. I ain't got a record player, man."
Do you really want to listen to it though?
Yeah,
I would get like another Appetite for Destruction to play, and keep that. Like if it's an original pressing.
like
Right.
a worn one, or like just like a not an original
Well,
pressing.
well, they're
No,
actually
like
reissuing
go down to
it.
FYE.
They're reissuing the album. Comes out like later this month
Dude,
or like
FYE
next month.
records at FYE are expensive though.
I believe it, yeah. But I was so excited. I was like, yeah, I got a record. I don't have a record player. Cool afterthought to that story is I got a record player today,
Yeah.
Really?
and I jammed it.
Where at?
I got it up in the kitchen right now.
I mean, like, where did you get it?
I bought it off Amazon.
Okay.
It was like, it's a record player, CD player.
Is it like one of those
radio.
old timey?
It looks old timey.
Yeah.
Makes you think of like an old jukebox, like
Yeah.
in front of like a '57 Chevy or something.
That's what I want. I want a jukebox
Yeah, that'd be
Like
for
a
cool.
45s.
Oh,
I have a
that'd be
ton of 45s in my house.
Really?
Anything good though?
I mean, not really.
It's like
No.
old stuff that was given to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a bunch of that stuff.
Like
too.
60s pop music, like bubblegum pop,
Yeah.
and like crooners and stuff like
You
that.
want to know a good record store? Plaid Room Records, dude.
I was gonna say Phil's Records.
Plaid Room, dude. Plaid Room blows them all out of water, and you
Really?
can get beer there. Yeah, dude. Plaid Room Records.
Plaid
is
Room. I don't think I've
amazing.
even heard of Plaid
It's like
Room.
over. I think it's in Milford area. My mom and dad took a bunch of records up there and sold them, and they gave them a pretty good amount of money for them.
Let's go check them out.
Dude, Plaid Room's fucking amazing.
Let's
Like,
do it.
Plaid Room,
Yeah, it's called Plaid Room Records. And like, dude, it's so cool. Like, they're like
hipster.
not a little bit, but they
Mhm.
got like they have like a thing with like I think like a local craft beers with it, and they have like craft beers on tap, and then they have like a place you can sit outside, and dude, it's just a huge like record place, man.
Huge.
They got, like, all kinds,
Huge.
and they even got
Huge.
new stuff. Like you can get all just everything. It's so cool. I follow them on Facebook, and they just post stuff like the new Kanye album.
Yeah.
They got it.
Wow.
Yeah. So then they got all kinds of new stuff. So if you want records, man, I heard that's the place to go.
Like I haven't like I've only been looking at like older stuff. Like
They got used too.
like with my record player that I ordered off Amazon.
What's the speed though?
It's 3-speed.
So it's a 3-speed. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I bought a record with it, and I was like, well, if I'm going to buy a record, I'm going to buy my favorite album, which was
White Zombie.
White Zombie Astro Creep 2000.
Yeah.
Which I jammed that from beginning to end earlier today, which is just phenomenal. Sounded amazing.
Can you hook up external speakers to it?
It's got a headphone jack, so yeah,
So
essentially,
kinda, yeah.
What's the first CD or album that you remember playing?
Weird Al Yankovic Greatest Hits Volume 2.
What's on that? Do you know?
I
Which
couldn't
is
tell you.
crazy because at the time, right,
Right.
he has probably just released like Alapalooza.
I think I'm trying to think what year this was. I want to say
Because Jurassic Park is on
94.
Alapalooza.
It was like 94ish when
That was the
when I got my
first
first
CD?
CD player.
Really?
Like Bad
94?
Hair Day does
Are we talking CDs or just albums in general?
CDs, or like the first thing you bought. You know what I mean?
That I bought, like I actively seeked it out, or
Wow.
just the first thing that I got.
Yeah, the first thing you got.
First thing I got was a cassette tape, MC Hammer, Please Hammer, Don't Hurt 'Em. I got that when I was like 5-ish.
I'm
I was
close.
in Florida.
I think mine was CNC Music Factory, the one that has things that make it go, Yeah,
Yeah, I know that album.
yeah.
I never had it, but I had it like a
I had a
dubbed copy
tape.
of it. Yeah, it was
Tape.
it was a dubbed tape. You know, one of the first things I'll never forget this about your brother Doug. That like when you guys moved in and I met Doug and everything, he was like, we were talking about music, going back and forth and stuff, and I was like, yeah, man, I got that album. You know, I got it on CD. He's like, oh yeah, well, I got these albums. I'm like, oh, cool. You want to like trade off for a couple weeks or something? He's like, yeah, sure. I'll run down and grab them. So he runs down. He brings them back. I was giving him White Zombie, and he was giving me some Korn albums.
Okay.
So like, I go inside. I get my White Zombie CDs.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting on my front porch for him, and he shows up with dubbed tapes. And I'm like,
Dubbed tapes?
Yeah. I'm like handing him like CDs, and he's handing me like Maxell friggin' dub tapes. I'm just like, really? I mean, don't get me wrong.
We were
still jammed 'em.
repressed, man.
Yeah, I still jammed them.
Did it sound like
but
shit?
I mean, for the time, not
Yeah,
really. I mean,
yeah.
cassettes, they still made cassettes.
Yeah.
you
I
know.
remember like
You put a
recording
CD
shit
in the
off
top,
radio.
cassette on the bottom,
And you
Yeah.
hit record and play at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
I did that.
Old
I did that
school.
with like shit on the radio. Like I wanted to like to record.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you guys ever record off the radio?
Yeah, dude,
I
it's
did
so
that.
bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was bad.
yeah. I remember recording the radio.
Yeah, like what is that? The Gator Boots song, man, by
Gator boots.
Yeah, Gator Boots with a pimped out Gucci suits.
Oh,
man.
okay.
I remember
yeah.
Big
one
timers,
day,
yeah.
big timers. Listen to the radio for like 4 hours for that song to come on to record. that
Damn,
motherfucker,
that's
man.
commitment.
I know. I wanted that song and I got it.
I was talking to Jerry about this. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say, you guys may have recorded stuff off the radio. Did you guys ever make like video
Of
cassettes?
music?
Yeah.
No.
Like I would watch like MTV and VH1.
Oh, yeah.
And
Music
wait for the
videos.
music videos to
Oh,
come
you
on
would
that I
record
liked.
music videos.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I wish I still had those tapes, man. 'cause
Oh,
I'd
me
love to go
too.
back
we
and
should
watch
dub
those.
over them like Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it. That'd be so awesome.
I had, I think, like, of, like, music videos, what I remember playing constantly was Fatboy Slim, Weapon of Choice.
Good song.
That
though.
music video used to play.
That's the one with
constant.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I kind of
Good music video, too.
Yeah, it's not bad. Good song. Good
Yeah.
video.
And Praise You,
How's it going?
No, that's the one I remember is Praise.
with the movie theater line and the
Yeah.
guys, like, performing.
Yeah.
How's a good one?
Gwen
Yeah.
Stefani and Moby.
Sounds not stuck in my head, man.
Yeah.
With the pimped out Gucci suit. Got no job.
But I stay fly. I stay fly. Can't pay my rent.
Cause all my money's spent.
But that's
okay.
cause I'm still fly. Alright, we're done. No.
Jerry and I were talking earlier.
Come
on now.
My mama's name.
Cause I'm hood rich.
Sorry, man. I had to finish it.
We want to do Afro Man because I got high too.
Nah.
No.
I'm gonna...
Jared and I were talking earlier this week about shit that used recently that has become just outdated, like the way cell phones have gotten, the way mass storage has gotten. Like we went from in our lifetime like floppy disks, the way that not even like the save button on computers.
Like the big, huge ones.
The big ones,
Yeah.
the big floppy disks.
Yeah.
I
That's probably about the
remember
earliest
those.
that I can remember.
What were those like? They weren't 3.5s. They were what, 5 and a
God.
half?
They were 5 somethings, yeah.
Yeah,
I wanna
5 and a
say the
quarter or
fives,
something
yeah.
like that.
There was
Them
something
huge
like
ones,
that,
yeah.
I don't remember using those. I just remember because I was in IT and I know seeing them, but
Yeah.
I don't ever remember using
Oh, you
them.
don't ever remember using them?
No, I just remember using the actual floppy disk that looks like the safe. So
Yeah.
it's a little
I can
slide
remember like
piece.
going to people's houses and they had a computer. Like, man, you want to play a computer game?
Yeah.
Just load this disc in
It's like
there.
2 bits.
Yeah.
I gotta open up DOS
Yeah.
and then type
Type the command.
play.
And you had to like push it in and then like turn the knob down to like lock it
Yeah.
in so you couldn't pull it out. Yeah, old
Damn,
school,
I
man.
don't remember that.
Yeah.
The earliest like Windows I remember was Windows 95.
Dude, you don't remember Windows?
You know,
3.0?
5.3.1
Yeah.
or
I don't know
5.1.
that. I don't know NT. 95 was
Oh,
my
man.
first recollection.
95 was big.
Yeah,
Oh,
95
When
was
95
huge.
came out, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just
And you had
it
like,
blew up.
was that the start button? Was that the
Yeah.
beginning of
Yeah.
the start button? Yeah.
And then 98 came out, and that was just as big, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of like what you said, like being in the field, like especially with technology. Like when I first came into IT, Windows 7 was the big thing now, and then Windows 7's going away. Like next year or later this year, Windows is going to quit supporting Windows 7, and I'm just kind of
Really?
like, man, that makes me feel old because I like learned IT on Windows 7. Now
Yeah.
it's like now it's going away, so I'm like, man, that's
And
kinda,
honestly,
like,
that
sad.
sucks because I think Windows 7 is probably the
The
best
best, yeah.
operating system that
Mhm.
Windows
Windows
offers.
7 is, yeah.
Yeah, that win-
I don't know, man.
Windows
Windows
10
10's
bullcrap.
pretty titties. now that I've been on it for a while, it's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't have a single machine that runs Windows 10.
It's
I got
pretty cool.
10
Yeah.
on
Do
both
you?
my machines, yeah.
Really?
Because it was free. Like, that's the one, they came out and was like, just take it. It's
They're
free.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
you can update to Windows 10.
Yeah.
There's a couple people who are like,
Can
"Damn
you
it."
can you still update for free now?
No,
Really? So how the heck are you supposed to get it then?
you gotta go buy it now.
That's
And buy a
such
license.
crap.
I don't have that good hookup anymore. That's what sucks about,
About-
I
that's
used
your
to have
job.
that badass hookup
Yeah.
on everything. I don't have it no more.
But you think about it, like, computer technology has, like, grown just exponentially.
Oh yeah. it's
Like,
insane.
TV technology took a long time. Like,
Right.
box televisions didn't start going out until 2006?
Yeah, that's about
2005?
right. Like the last box televisions,
Yeah.
I remember like the actual ones that were flat on the front.
Like the one that Jerry was trying to hawk at the yard sale.
Yeah. Well, the one the other day, he was like, "Hey, man, help me move this actual like first ever like
Yeah, it was the
plasma
first.
flat screen TV."
It was a LCD.
Was it LCD?
It may. I can't remember.
That thing
what
weighed
it
a
is.
shit ton. Now, like the TV like I have at home is like a 55 inch, and it's like this thin.
Yeah.
And it weighs like 25 pounds.
It's
I'm like,
super
damn.
easy. You
yeah.
can move it by yourself. It's just awkward.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. You can
Yeah.
move it. It's just really awkward.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's insane how technology grows, man.
But, like,
Yeah.
TV technology has been pretty slow.
yeah.
Do you remember the digital switchover? Well, like, everybody had to go digital.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was crazy.
That was a big thing.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of people
Yeah.
mad about that.
Yeah, I remember
Now,
that being
yeah.
bad.
And people are
Like, what? I
"Why?"
can't use my rabbit ears no more?
Yeah.
I guess maybe because we live in Kentucky, that was like a bigger deal than most places.
Yeah.
Jiggle the rabbit ears.
I still have rabbit ears.
Do you?
But you
Yeah.
got the
Damn.
digital ones, right?
I have a digital
Yeah.
antenna now,
yeah.
but I had rabbit ear antennas for a long time.
I always used to take the old rabbit ear antennas and put them in my hand like a 2-claw Wolverine, and then like hit shit with it. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You guys never did that?
No, I did. What I used to do it with what was it? I don't know. I used to do like shit with that, like it was Wolverine, but I can't remember what it was with. But anyways.
Keys.
Yeah, keys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like pens in class.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Schnickety,
Yeah.
schnickety,
Yeah.
But cell phone technology, I mean, think about it, like cell phones became big early 2000s.
I remember
Oh,
like
yeah.
badass Nokias, man.
Yeah.
And I thought my Nokias were like the shit, and now like you get these smartphones that are basically like computers.
With, like ringtones, like, man, I got like Bombs Over Baghdad on MIDI for 'em.
Yeah.
You know?
Bombs over Baghdad. And I had Gator Boots as the dude.
Shh, my mom's calling.
Yeah. That's hilarious. That's just a great. I like that.
Yeah.
But now, I mean, literally, anything you can think of that's like you can watch. Let me see. Here's my
On my phone, I have
yeah, you
cable television,
Can, yeah, you can watch cable TV. You can watch Netflix,
YouTube.
watch WWE Network. You-
Pornhub.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
watch.
Anything.
You can watch anything.
Yeah.
Anything. And then, not only can you watch stuff, you can record.
Yep.
You can record stuff. Who would have thought when
Wait,
we were
FaceTime
kids?
too,
Right.
though.
Yeah, you can
Never would
FaceTime.
have thought you could be able to
Dude,
FaceTime.
you remember in
anybody.
like 1993, Nickelodeon had like the video phones, and like they'd call up certain people, and I'm like, dang.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah.
How,
so cool.
How did they find somebody who's got that? Like, I
Yeah.
don't know anybody who's got that. You know?
Yeah.
I used to think that was so cool, and it looked like crap, but it was still so cool. And now, you got it on your phone, and it's crystal clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're now coming out with like, I think that the last Apple thing, they're now going to have like multi-chat FaceTime.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can have
you
like
know,
up to 32
yeah.
people
Yeah.
FaceTiming at the same time.
Snapchat supposedly is supposed to do that, but it's like horrible.
Who the hell uses Snapchat?
I don't
Oh,
know.
the kids?
Oh, the kids.
Well, the
do.
kids
People
do, but
love
what the hell
Snapchat.
do 32 kids need to FaceTime on Snapchat for?
Like, to,
Well,
like,
yeah.
I don't know,
You know.
man.
Imagine
But-
that shitty ass screenshot.
That's a
Yeah.
classroom of kids.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
that's more than a classroom of kids.
yeah.
So you could literally have class on your cell phone.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
another crazy thing, man. Kids
Yeah.
have like MacBooks in class now.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Remember, remember getting the cow, the computer?
Oh,
on the
yeah.
wheels, and that was like a big deal, and
You
all
got-
the computers
like-
sucked
You
dick.
got everybody watching on YouTube right now can't see it, but that's what we're what we're working with. We're
Yeah.
working with a cow, a
Yeah.
computer on wheels.
I remember like we're getting the cow, and everybody's like, yes!
Yeah, like throw away your textbooks, man. We're
Yeah.
good today.
Yeah.
we got some awesome computers, and they were like this thick.
Yeah.
Like, yes. I don't know.
Now, like it's now like a prerequisite for
Yeah.
school is like kids get Chromebooks, some get iPads. I'm sure in the more like wealthy areas, how everybody has an iPad. Like that's a part of learning in the schools now is like computer.
But the thing is, man, it's like, dude, like we had to like, remember like, oh, you gotta look it up in your textbook. Now it's like, oh, I just gotta Google it, and 5 seconds later it's there.
remember when
like-
you were in school and they told you you're not going to have a calculator when you're older?
Oh my God, yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah, calculator on the phone. You remember, I don't remember the last time I used algebra. Fuck that
like
shit, man.
like not
Yeah.
only do you have a computer or like a calculator,
yeah,
but you have the access to all the information in the world.
and not just any calculator. You can go on Google.
graphing calculator.
Well, you can like just type in an equation like
Yeah.
with letters and all kinds of stuff, and Google will solve it for you.
And that's like recently, because
Yeah.
like 4 years ago, I had algebra class, and I downloaded this program called the Algebrator, and like it would like I would just do my homework, and I would do take-home tests. The teacher, I picked this teacher because she gave us take-home tests. So I was like, oh man, I got this test in the bag. And I go home, type in the Algebrator, and just broke it all out for me. Just boop boop boop, done.
That's
Here's my test.
awesome.
100% on my algebra test.
That's
Lucky.
awesome. She has to know.
Well, the funny thing is, I had her for 3 algebra classes. In my first algebra class, I didn't use that. And so, like, the third last algebra class on my final, I got like 100% on my final. And she's like, "I'm so proud
Your
of you."
final was a take-home test.
Yeah, my final was a take-home test, and she was like, "I'm so
Dude.
proud."
You
No,
didn't like
it-
just screw up like 1 or 2 just
No,
so
I did.
it didn't look
I
obvious.
did. It wasn't a take-home test. It was
Oh.
actually you do it in a lab, but you could do it on a computer. So I had the program loaded on a thumb drive, just popped it in the computer and just did it from right there. And
You sneaky
my
devil.
final, after she handed it back to me, she's like, "I'm so proud of you." She's like, "You've come such a long way," and I'm just like, "God dang it!" She's all proud of me. Like she thinks I'm good at algebra and shit. But I just cheated like through like 3 classes.
That's hilarious.
She was probably going home and bragging about you.
I know,
like,
she's like, but
I'm
she
such a
was
great
good
teacher.
But she was a good teacher. But I had learned
that
some,
Dusty
but,
B kid.
Yeah.
He started from the bottom. Now he's here. I'm such a good teacher. I did that to him. I made him that good. Meanwhile, your IT teacher's like, Psh, yeah, right.
Yeah. He's just not smart, but dude, you just gotta.
He's savvy.
That shit, man.
He's savvy.
You gotta get around it. I hate
what
it.
else is on the list?
Dude, we got all kinds of crap.
We do. So.
Bring it up, Dusty B.
So we talked about the move studio.
Talked about Slayer.
Talked about New Found Glory.
I still feel like we're rusty, man. Like we're not busting through with our potential here.
Nah. What about
Trump?
Trump? Yeah, I was gonna say Trump and Kim Jong Un.
Have you guys seen the video where he goes to like shake hands with that general guy and he
He's
does
like,
like the salute and he's like hand and then he don't know what to do?
He was like,
it's so
too
funny.
slow.
Yeah, it's
Like,
so
are
funny.
you saluting me, so I should just chill, right?
I don't know. Was it? I don't know about anybody else, but when I watched it, the only thing I could think of was the interview where he had his hand sticking out with the little thing on it. He's like, "All right, shake your hand, Mr. Kim Jong Un." That's the only thing I kept thinking of, man.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah. That's the only thing I kept thinking of, but it was funny. That was cool.
Trump should have done something like that. That would have been something Trump would do.
What? Kill Kim Jong Un?
Yeah,
That would have been so.
with like a
no
rice
Trump
and strip on his hand.
Yeah, yeah. That's.
Do
America.
you think Kim Jong Un was like, check his hands?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
He's into like American not
Movies
politics,
and stuff?
like movies and stuff.
Well,
like
he was
that.
mad that the interview got made.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
the Sony hack.
Yeah, I was gonna
was
say they're
Yeah.
the reason for
because
the
of the
Sony hack.
interview.
I think the Sony hack was fake. I think that was just for publicity.
I mean, I don't.
Stern still
I don't
talks
think
about it
so.
because that's how he found out that what's his face wanted his job on America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
Who wanted his job?
Simon Cowell.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Because
the
Simon,
Sony hack?
yeah, because Simon Cowell was sending
Emailing,
emails
yeah.
saying like, "I'll do it cheaper. I'll travel around. I don't care. I'll do it."
He's on it now,
Yeah.
and he's like the main guy.
And Stern says that he was going to leave. He was ever planning to leave the show, but like after that, he was like, like he hates on Simon Cowell all the time, but he keeps saying that he had planned on leaving the show
Yeah.
before the Sony hack. But whatever, I don't know.
There's a lot of like,
But there is
I
fallout
can't,
from it.
Honestly,
Oh, yeah.
I'm super surprised that Stern wanted to do America's Got Talent.
Me too.
Like it was kind of like really like
that's
you're-
really weird.
And like he played it up like I'm going to be I want to be Simon Cowell on steroids, and he wasn't.
No.
He was like every
Very-
softie on the show.
Yeah, he was like, I really liked your performance. I'm sorry everybody else hated you. I would vote you through, but
Yeah.
it's just not going to happen.
Right.
He was never once was he like, you know what, you suck.
I am going like I just
Yeah.
got done vomiting.
Yeah.
My ears are bleeding. Please get off the stage.
Pig
You
vomit.
suck. Pig vomit.
yeah,
But
that was
he
kind of
was a
weird.
disappointment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
For him to be so outrageous, and then to go and do like a family show.
The irony is
That's like Ron Jeremy teaching like a cooking show or something,
yeah.
Teaching how to make foot long like fucking subs or something.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah.
Like him teaming up with like Martha Stewart. You know,
Well, it's like Snoop Dogg teaming up with Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
weird's that?
Yeah.
it is weird, but it's funny.
Whoever would have thought of that?
Yeah,
But see, with the Snoop Dogg thing, you're like, how crazy is it that Snoop Dogg is hanging out with Martha Stewart?
and how crazy
was-
is it that Martha Stewart is
is
a
ha-
felon and he's not?
Yeah, exactly.
True.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
never thought about that.
No,
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Snoop Dogg's game show?
No.
It's
Joker's
actually,
Wild?
Joker's Wild. It's
Yeah.
actually not that bad. Dude, Snoop Dogg, like, he does a pretty good job. Like, I don't know. Like, as a game show host, I don't think he does too bad of a job.
I sadly I can say I've never watched that
Yeah,
show.
it's not. I mean, it's not bad.
But with like Snoop Dogg, he maintains his credibility.
Yeah.
Like you're like, but he's still Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
When Stern does AGT, you're like, it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with like Snoop Dogg, you're like, it's just, like this guy is still getting high. Like he's
Yeah.
still himself, but he's just doing it on doing a camera work, whatever.
Yeah.
But with like Stern, you're like, yeah, like it does, yeah.
Stern,
You're like, you're
Stern
ruining
on
your
AGT
legacy.
was a huge letdown.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like back in the day, like when before we even started getting serious about doing this show, like that was our dream. To be on the radio, have our voices heard.
Yeah.
Have people call in and talk to us and
Yeah.
us respond. Like that was our dream. Like
Mhm.
me and you used to sit around all the time and just be like, man, how cool would it be if we were like Howard Stern and
Yeah.
had our own show.
Mm-hmm.
And then, and that was like at his peak. He was still on like real FM radio back then.
Mm-hmm.
And then to see him do something like that,
Yeah. Like you're
you
like,
know.
dude, you've changed the culture of America,
The world,
the world.
right?
Like, instrumental in people having a much more common language. Not saying that the conversation that you have with your friends is not taboo. You can say it out loud like on to everybody else.
It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal, yeah. And he's instrumental in doing that. People saying like small curse words, like it's still a big deal to say the F word. Even that's kind of going out,
Yeah, like a lot of the like TV channels now, like after like 9-10 o'clock, like they're uncensored.
Yeah.
They show breasts and everything.
Yeah, which I've noticed that because I was watching a movie the other day and I was like, these titties just came up and I was like, what are we watching?
Yeah.
Where'd this come
And
from?
that's on like basic cable, like
Yeah.
FX.
Yeah, FX.
Like I watch Straight Outta Compton on FX all the time.
That's what it was.
They play it like crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and like you're sitting there and you're like, oh man, this is gonna suck because it's edited for TV. And then like you're sitting there and then bam, boobies.
There's the Felicia moment when
Yeah.
they're in the hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it doesn't censor anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like no language, no nudity, nothing. You're just like, damn.
Yeah, and that's all. I mean, he's not the
main, but
the
he
main,
had
but
something
he
to
definitely
do
helped
with
with
it.
it.
For
Yeah.
sure,
He
yeah.
definitely pioneered the way.
Yeah.
And honestly,
He's on the Mount Rushmore of.
well, there's a reason they call him the king of all media.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Right, and you're like, he doesn't have to do things like that.
Right.
But he did, and then you're like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And going back to like the uncensored stuff on TV, like I can remember being a kid thinking like, man, I wish this was uncensored, as a kid. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, dude, you can't be showing that stuff on TV.
Mhm.
Like that's not cool.
Yeah. I remember being a kid and seeing like a movie on TV and going like, oh, what's the point of watching it on TV?
Yeah, if it's all edited,
All the
chopped
good
up.
stuff's taken out.
Yeah.
It's like watching a movie on an airplane or something like that.
Yeah.
But now a movie comes on TV and you're like, hey, you want to watch this?
Yeah.
I'll go watch it.
But the only thing that sucks now is like commercials.
Yeah.
But then again, you can just record it and then fast forward through the commercials.
Dude, that's
even
what
on
I
DVR.
Love
like
about
some channels.
DVR, man.
Yeah.
Love DVR. For
Well, like
that reason.
even like on demand.
Mm-hmm.
Like you go and you watch something on demand. It's still got commercials in it, but guess what? You can fast forward.
Yeah.
You don't have to watch the commercials.
You can fast forward through on demand.
For
That's
some
the same on
channels,
some,
yeah.
I thought,
Some
yeah.
you can, some you can't.
I know,
Right.
like on direct, and I'm like trying to watch stuff and I try to fast. I'm like, oh, I can't fast forward.
That sucks.
How stupid is it
It is.
to have skip this ad? I
Oh,
mean, it's
like-
great. It's great, but
like on YouTube where it's like
Yeah.
playing like, oh, here you get to listen to this for 5 seconds and then skip it. It's like if I'm going to skip it, why show it?
yeah, why even bother me
Yeah,
with it?
Yeah.
Like,
Like, I don't give a shit about your aim.
It doesn't
for
make
like
it any
5
better.
seconds.
It doesn't make it. You're just wasting 5 seconds of my time
Pretty much.
while I'm just waiting. To go, bam! I
hate-
want to get it
Yeah,
right at
right.
zero.
I do it every time.
Yeah.
Man.
I line my mouse up just perfect and
Yeah.
just wait for it to pop up. Skip this ad. Click.
Yep.
Yeah.
What I hate is like super long videos on YouTube, and you see the
And
little
they-
yellow,
and they,
and you're
and they,
like,
You know,
damn
yeah.
it.
yeah.
You
I
know
hate
there's gonna be
that.
a commercial.
It's the
I hate
worst,
that.
man.
And when they catches you off guard, and you're like they're like right in the middle of sudden, and all of a sudden it's like, bam!
Yeah.
Like,
Cool thing is, Good Guy YouTube plays it back like 5-10 seconds before the commercial.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, okay.
But that harsh interrupt, like there's
Yeah.
no fade out. It's just bam,
Yep.
buy RAV4, and then
Buy Red 4.
But then again, it all goes back to how far technology's gone.
yeah,
I mean, it's just it's ridiculous.
yeah. Yeah, I remember being a kid and like commercial comes on, you're just like, okay, let's go get snacks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now commercial comes on, you're like, what? Well, we can't fast forward this. You didn't record this.
Yeah, this isn't
Oh.
recorded. And you know,
Killing me.
my kids are bad about that. We'll be watching something and like it'll be live.
I'll be like, fast forward.
They'll be like, fast forward the commercials, Dad. I'm like, I can't. And they're like, oh God, we have to sit through these commercials.
Jeez.
Well, it's like another thing, man. Nobody slows down anymore, man. It's always like go, 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 go. go,
Everything,
go, go, go.
everybody
needs
wants
now.
stuff
It's like-
instantly.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
all instant. It's-
Nobody has any patience.
Yeah.
Which, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the same way, really.
Yeah.
I mean, like I can sit and watch a show, and know that it's recorded or that it's not recorded, that it's live, and not sit there and like
But you try
totally
to fast
have a
forward it?
meltdown.
Yeah.
Just
Like,
because I have
maybe
to watch commercials.
You thought about maybe that one time you paused it for like a couple seconds?
Yeah,
Like
I
I
do
do that. Like
Yeah.
I'll pause it for like 5-10 seconds. And be like, hold on, didn't we pause this show like 10 minutes ago? We can fast forward a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I watch shows with Nora, she always wants to like talk and react to it because she loves YouTube, and that's 90% of YouTube. So, say we're watching Riverdale, something comes up, and she's like, "I have a theory." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I can pause the show, so I don't have to watch these freaking commercials." So I'm like, "No, I'm gonna pause it. You say what you have to say," and I'm like, not listening. And then she gets done. I'm like, "Oh, that's an interesting theory."
You're gonna be like, good guy, dad, man.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for you.
Yeah.
Man. It's a win-win.
Interesting theory, but now I can pass for commercials.
There you go.
That's cool though. Like that's not corny. It's cool to have that kind of like relationship.
Yeah. Oh, I took her to Post Malone. You know,
Yeah.
like she was at Bunbury with me.
Super Bowl,
With
comma,
the-
hose,
get
get
in
in
the
the
row.
row.
He didn't do congratulations.
Oh,
He
That
had,
you know of.
that I know of. I left while he was doing White Iverson, and I was like,
Dude,
"This
you
sounds
left
like a
during White Iverson?
Yeah,
Man,
I know.
I would've
But like,
stayed.
I knew it was
I gotta
like.
admit,
getting-
I don't like White Iverson, honestly.
really?
Nah.
That's
It's
like,
all right.
That's like the first song, man.
I know. I don't dig it at all.
But there was like a couple that was standing right next to me, and like Nora was like, "I want to record this," and I like handed her my phone, and she's like holding it up and recording it, and the guy was like, "You're a cool dad, man," and I was like, "Thanks, bro." I know.
I like getting those cool dad moments.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on Dusty B to become a dad,
Yeah,
so he can get some cool dad moments too.
feels good, bro.
It does, man. It's like awesome.
It'll be a couple of years, maybe.
You need to just bust them out now, dude, while you're young.
I'm gonna have like
Because
4 girls.
when you're 40 and you got to get up in the middle of the night to take care of a crying baby, it's gonna suck.
Mm.
Yeah, because getting up now and taking care of a crying puppy sucks.
Yeah.
So I can imagine taking care of a
But it's different when it's like when you made it yourself.
Yeah,
Totally different.
it is totally
It's
different.
worth it.
I've heard that.
Mhm.
I completely. I bet it is.
Yeah,
I've become a big softie.
you're gonna
Yeah.
be a dad too young.
Too young.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nothing greater than being a dad, I don't think.
No.
No.
Hey, speaking of dads, Father's Day.
Yeah.
weekend.
Happy Father's Day to
Oh.
all
Happy
the dads out
Day.
there.
To the dads.
I bought myself a record player
Bought myself a car.
and a record.
Hey, man. Hey, you deserve that car. You're a
Yeah.
hard-working dude, man.
That's right. Thank you.
Should have got that Lincoln you were telling me about, man.
You're gonna get a Lincoln?
Yeah.
Really?
2011 MKZ 6500.
Dollars?
Yeah.
How many miles is on it?
Less than 100,000.
Oh, really?
But
Yeah.
it was a
And
salvage
it's,
title, though.
Salvage title.
Yeah.
Was it V6?
Yeah.
Was it?
V6.
Man, I think what you got. I think what you got's pretty good. I think
Yeah, I feel like
it's
I
like
can.
a full. Granted, you don't live far from where you work.
Right.
But, you know, it's 4-wheel drive.
That's what I told him. He's like, dude, my car's broke down. I was like, you
You
live
walk
across
to
the
work.
street.
Yeah.
If I
from
could
where
get
you work.
groceries, couldn't get my daughter.
You always
Those are the
call
things
me,
that
bro.
matter.
I'll hook you
Yeah.
up, man.
I know.
Hey,
Take your
I'm
Kroger
right,
in
I'm
with
right
me.
down the road too, man.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah, you still live close to me.
Yeah,
Yes, I
I'm the asshole that moved
This
far away.
this cocksucker decided to move again.
Hey, honestly,
I'm
though,
just kidding. It's out
what
here.
is
I
it,
don't
about
know
a 10
what
minute drive?
It's about 13.
A 13.
Yeah, I timed it today.
I know from here to Kroger's 5 minutes, and then here, or from Kroger to my old house was about 8 to 10.
My only beef with where you live now is it's so weird. Like, where do you get on the highway at? Like, there's no easy
Turkey Foot is
spot.
probably the easiest way to do
Turkey
it.
Foot is.
Yeah.
Because like going down Mount Zion sucks.
Yeah.
Really, Turkey Foot?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even see that.
To
That's
get
how I
to
would get there.
To get to 275, yeah.
Really?
Before it was just bam, you
Yeah.
just go and
Just go
you're
down
right
the
there.
road, man.
I will say it is like the last week I've had to like drive out to Florence and all that stuff, and I hate going the back way.
Yeah.
Because it's like 35 miles an hour the whole way
Not-
until you hit Florence, and then it's like 45, 55.
Yeah, 45.
But then you get 45, 55, and the traffic just sucks.
Yeah.
You know.
But I would take Short Richardson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the way I go.
and that's the 35 part.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you cross over the bridge, cross over Dixie Highway,
It's like 45.
45, 55.
Yeah. But then as soon as you hit Florence, you're just like, chip, well, traffic.
Traffic.
Yeah.
You know,
Everywhere.
where if I was on the interstate, I could just be like, oh, I'm just going to take my exit here, and bam,
Bam.
I'm wherever I need to be.
That's why I'm glad I don't live off Mount Sinai anymore, dude.
Yeah.
So horrible.
But yeah, if I was going to the expressway here, I would take Turkey Foot because it's like a stop sign, make a right, and then a straight shot. Granted, traffic once you get to Crestview Hills, traffic,
Yeah.
or once you get to Thomas More, all that area.
Now, I'm about to drop a bombshell on you guys here.
What up?
Like this might throw like some serious shockwaves into our friendships, and I want you guys to
Why,
know.
you're starting to drive again?
No.
He's moving.
Yeah, he's moving again.
No.
This time it's like Florida
No.
or some shit.
Now, I've been thinking about this for a long time, and only because I have been thinking about it for a long time is
Are
I
you gonna
forgot.
Uber?
No,
Oh.
I was going to tell you guys this. I was going to open the show with it, just to get the ball rolling. But like I said, it's been such a long time now that I forgot about it until just now, and I have a confession to make to you guys
What?
that you guys might not be too happy about. But like I said,
You gotta drop the
I know,
bomb,
just
yeah.
do it, man.
I've got
drop the bomb on
yeah.
I've
me,
got to drop this bombshell.
Baby.
baby.
Yeah.
You guys can hate me or be mad at me all you
Uh.
want.
This anticipation's killing me. Just do it.
Just say it. You on drum roll?
He's selling the Lincoln.
I saw Avengers Infinity War as soon as it came out without you guys.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I had to do it, man.
Hold on, you saw it before we actually
Before
saw it?
I
we
saw
saw
it
it?
before we all saw it. Yeah, I went and saw the first showing of opening day
By yourself?
by myself.
All right, let's fucking get out of here.
I just dude,
That ain't that big of a bombshell.
I thought it was a huge thing.
I mean, it happens, man.
Like
Well, why did you just say something? Why didn't you?
Because
Yeah.
I didn't want you guys to be mad at me for seeing it.
Why
without
did you
I
do
would've
it?
been mad.
How? Why? Like,
Because I had
did
them,
you just want to be a dick?
No, I didn't want to be a dick. It was just like on opening day, I was like, man, I'm bored, man.
Then you had like a good seat too or something, right?
But
But you got that fucking thing, man.
yeah, I got the movie
You got
pass,
the movie
yeah.
pass, so you can go wherever the hell you want.
Yeah,
I'm sure you've done this before.
I mean, I've seen movies. by
Hurricane
myself.
heist.
Yeah,
You saw that? You saw that
Totally.
without us?
I saw Hurricane Heist on sneak preview
What the
like
fuck,
months
man?
before.
You
we
got
saw
like a
it.
pet hurricane from it or something too, dude.
I did, yeah. But
That
no,
movie
like
was so bad.
like opening day,
Yeah.
I was just like, crap, man. Like I'm so bored. Like the kids were still in school, and I didn't have
Motherfucker,
nothing
you
going
better not
on.
See Jurassic World without us.
I already saw it. No, I'm
Dude,
just kidding.
bullshit. It's next week, bro.
Yeah. But I was like, dude, I'm super bored, and it was like early, and I was like, what am I gonna do, man? And I was like, I'm gonna go see a movie, and I was like, oh, it's Infinity Wars Day, and I was
He was
like,
acting like he's sitting in that fucking movie the whole time.
Acting like it was the
like
first
it was
time.
the first time he's seen it. Like, oh man, that was so cool. Like, we're like, I know, man, it was awesome.
And
Like,
Chubbs even asked me. He was like, how many times you seen Infinity Wars? I was like, well, just the one time with you guys.
he's
man."
all like, oh shit, oh shit.
How many?
And I was like, I'm sitting there and I'm like, I just straight lied to him, man. I was like, but I'm gonna tell him. I'm gonna come clean, man. I'm gonna come clean eventually. I was
Dude.
gonna open the show with this, man. And guys, I'm sorry.
That's cool, man.
I'm sorry.
You
I
should.
just-
You
I just
should have
did it.
said like it would have been. I mean, we would probably give you shit about it, but it
Yeah.
still would have been fine.
Like, if you would have told us like in line, like I already saw it.
You'd have been like, what?
Yeah,
And I'd have been like, I'm just messing with you guys. You know.
yeah.
But I'm sorry, guys.
I kind of did it to my cousin and Ryan with Deadpool. They were like, "Oh man, you guys want to go see Deadpool?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man. They're like, have you seen it yet?" And I was like, "No." And then like I went over to my buddy Ryan's house and we all kind of sat around. They're like, "Let's go see Deadpool." And they were like, "No, let's just hang out here." I'm like, "All right, cool," because I already seen it. They're like, "What the fuck?" I bet you lied and said you already didn't see it. I'm like, "Well, I did."
I did that
do a
with,
movie about-
with
I
my
do-
wife, kind of.
Yeah.
Like, because we all went and saw it.
yeah, yeah.
And then the wife was like, what movie are you going to go see? I'm like, Deadpool 2. She was like, oh,
You asshole.
I thought we were going to go see that together. And I'm like, I'll see it with you again.
I'll see movies again. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Yeah.
I don't mind
They're
watching movies
usually
twice.
better the second time.
Yeah, because you catch more stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Such
yeah,
a dick.
I felt bad. I had to get it off my chest,
that-
man.
Jocko.
I'm sorry.
It's alright, dude.
Like,
It's
like
not.
I even got like the commemorative like popcorn bucket that I hid from you guys.
What?
Yeah.
He even
Well,
talked about like, hey man, can I get one of them commemorative? How much are one of them buckets?
You did.
yeah. But like in all honesty, I didn't pay for it. Somebody left it,
And you got it.
and then like
refilled it.
as like I was walking out, I was like, "Oh, somebody left their commemorative bucket." And like I walked over and I sat down and I was like, just gonna wait for this crowd to die down, make sure nobody comes back to get it. And like everybody filed out, and I was like, "Oh, cool, got me a free commemorative bucket."
Nice.
Yeah, but I hid it like in my old house. Like, when I knew you guys were coming over, I was like, I gotta put that in the cabinet so nobody sees it.
I think he gets off on it, right?
He does, man.
Yeah.
He
No,
does.
like it was eating me up inside. I
He was
had
sitting
to
there
come
the whole
clean.
time like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel too good. Like, motherfucker, you know what happened to me. What's that snap mean, Jerry? Huh?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. That's the only movie I've ever seen without you guys that I purposely lied about,
It's cool, man.
And
I'm not gonna hold you.
and I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
That's cool.
You're not. You guys forgive me.
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool. For the record, I made it very clear that I was going to see Super Troopers 2, the first showing.
You did.
as soon as
Yeah.
it came out.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Which
Well-
I heard it sucked. So.
Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah, that's what when you. I think we talked about it, and I was like, okay, well, good. I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I
Like,
haven't heard
it's-
ruin
shit
it
about it.
the way that Bethesda
funny-ish.
is
Fallout.
ruining Fallout.
Oh God.
I can't believe what they're doing.
Dude,
Yeah.
everybody's ruining video games. Everybody. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not a video game creator unless you're ruining your fucking best games
Until
ever
you
made.
take your like
Until you take your baby
Yeah,
and
and
just
just
dunk it in acid.
throw it
and
off
you're
the
like,
cliff or the soul stone.
Fuck you. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Jerry.
I was just checking our YouTube. We have no comments. So,
Well, it's been a while.
yeah. Been a while.
It's been a while.
Since
Yeah,
I
dude.
first
I saw
you.
that. Did the whole thing about they didn't.
I was
I wanna go
like,
off on
the reveal to me was rolled out so slow. Like,
Yeah.
I heard people talking about it. Like, a guy I work with was like, "Yeah, I heard that the new Fallout, like, this is like the shelter that actually like pulled off its mission." And I was like, "Oh wow!" So it's not like one of the, experiments gone haywire, which is a lot of the themes of the other games. And I was like, "Well, that's interesting." And he's like, "There's a big focus on building." And I'm like, "Oh, really?" Because that's what I didn't really care much
Getting
for
them-
about Fallout
Them
4.
Minecraft kids are getting older. They gotta keep their teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I saw the whole Fallout thing broke down was like Fallout 3, find your dad. Fallout 4, find your son. Fallout 76, destroy the camp that took some idiot
Yeah.
6 hours to build just because he pissed you off.
Yeah, it was like that. I think of me was like destroy or getting the nuke launch codes for Pussy Destroyer.
Yeah, that's what it was.
X670. Yeah. And like it's just like,
That
like,
was like just the running theme at E3, man. It's just a shit on video games.
Yeah.
Just a shit on.
but
the
Elder
one thing-
Scrolls looks like they're coming back with like a real game, not
Right.
like Elder Scrolls Online, but like Fallout, which is one of my favorite games. Like, dude, Fallout 4 came out, I was there. Like I had to get it. Now like Fallout 76, and I'm just like,
I'm
I
stoked.
can't believe it.
we can blame PUBG for this.
Yeah, because the open world, because that's what
Yeah.
Call of Duty's going to.
Yeah. Oh, the
And-
open world,
Oh,
Battle
oh,
Royale.
Battle Royale.
Battle Royale, yeah.
Now, granted, it's
Fortnite.
fun.
It's
Yeah.
actually Fortnite.
Yeah.
I want to say Fortnite's ruining it.
Yeah. Now, granted, PUBG's fun, and I like
Mhm.
playing it on my phone, but it's not awesome.
Right.
You know.
I have no idea how the fuck you can play that on your phone.
Dude,
Like,
it's
I
easy,
can't-
man.
yeah.
I can't do it, man.
I-
I can't play on such a small screen.
That
I
or
gotta
Fortnite,
play,
I like.
yeah.
Dude,
like-
and I'm good at it on my phone.
I know. He's like,
Like,
I
that's the
got
thing.
second place. And it's like, dude, every time I did, I'm going to get teabagged like 2 seconds in. I'm like, I'm dropping out of the plane getting teabagged.
I've had that happen a lot of times in Fortnite. I've never played PUBG. I've only played
I
Fortnite.
know. People were like, hey, do you play Fortnite? I'm like, no. And they're like, why? I'm like, because I know once I get into Fortnite, I want to kill people because I know right when I drop into Fortnite, they're going to be like, they're just going to kill me right away.
That's the thing.
And
Like,
I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
understand why these games are so popular.
play. Yeah.
When, like, the game is log in, queue pops, loading, the loading zone,
Yeah.
Right.
fly on a thing, and then survive until you come into contact with one other person,
Yeah.
and then restart the process. Like, there's no story, there's no character, there's
it's the whole
there's no building your
speed
character.
up thing, man.
It's
just,
instant.
It's
It's just
instant.
I want to
Just
go.
I
Drop in. I
just
want
wanna
to kill
go.
people, and then when I die, restart the game.
Yeah.
But like when you're, I guess like an older gamer, or someone that isn't trained in the battle royale,
Right.
you don't kill people. Like, you gather resources. You're like, oh, I got
And
this
you
cool
fight a
gun.
boss. Yeah.
And then, like, another player walks up, or, like, even behind you, and it's just like, bam! And then you're crawling on the ground, and then they, like, run around, kill everybody around, and then come back and bam, 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 and you're dead.
Yeah.
And then finally, leave this fucking game,
Yeah.
go back to the loading screen.
That's the one thing I hate about those type of games is like when they kill you, like they shoot you and like you're down,
Yeah.
and then they don't kill you
Yeah.
immediately. They make you like crawl to your death.
Yeah.
Just
Really?
freaking kill me.
Like I was just like,
Yeah.
just run me over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like with a car, just run me
yeah.
over. It's like I hate getting killed by like 12-year-olds in Call of Duty. Getting killed by like an 8-year-old. In
Oh, when you have
Fortnite,
voice chat
when they're,
on?
like so good, and I'm like, I just want to murder these kids.
Yeah. You get, like, voice chat on, you hear, let's go to Salty Shore!
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
jeez.
Yeah.
One thing that I think they need to do, and I think this would help a lot, is they already do it by level, but have it put your age in so you can
Yeah,
play
but-
with age-appropriate
Yeah,
people.
but they would just spoof their age like that kids do for Facebook. They'll spoof their age for that. You know
Well,
what I mean?
have it where you can like report people and have them check into the legitimacy of it.
I
I think
don't know, man.
I think it'd be
that's a
better.
great idea.
Yeah.
I
think
can't wait
it's
till the
spoof
trend's over.
everything.
Why-
That's all I'm hoping
Why,
for.
why would younger kids want to play with adults anyway?
I don't
You
know.
know,
They just do.
I mean,
To get their rocks off killing an old
Like-
old man.
like my son, all his friends online are all like young kids like his age that I know of. But I mean he plays like with his cousins and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
relatively age appropriate. So.
There is a thrill to pulling off like a creative kill, Like I was playing with Julian, and I got like
Yeah, you shot somebody like
14
a
meter,
mile away, or
something like that. Like I shot a rocket, and like a rocket travels slow, so I saw this guy building like a shelter or whatever, and gathering resources. So I was just like, I'll just shoot this rocket, and then I even like ran away for a second. Then I came back. I was like, I'll just see where the rocket lands, and then it was like you eliminated this player, and I was like, huh, whoa.
Dude just kind of hung out.
Yeah, like hell yeah,
He watched it kill him.
yeah, like
He
that.
sat his ass down and watched his sexy ass get killed.
That's awesome.
But still, like I cannot wait for that trend to be done.
I'm
the
stoked
battle
for,
royale.
I'm stoked for Just Cause 5, man. That's about out of all the E3 stuff. Just Cause 5 is probably my favorite one.
I didn't see
what's
the
that
trailer
one that
for it.
just came out? That's a 5. Far Cry 5. Is that the one you've been playing?
Yeah, well,
Oh, yeah.
I haven't been playing it, but yeah, Far Cry's awesome.
Yeah.
it was a
Why haven't you been
pretty-
playing it?
Just because it's warm out. It's
Oh,
You'd rather go
I got
frisbee
a puppy.
golf and stuff.
I
Yeah.
got a puppy, and I just haven't had time to play it.
He's
so-
been helping his friend.
I haven't
move
been
and
gaming
shit.
that much either, honestly.
I haven't.
I don't game. The only time I game is like literally people are like, "Oh, you want to play video games?" I'm like, it's summertime, or if it's springtime, summertime, or early fall. I don't game. The only time I game is in the winter when I can't do anything outside. And like dead serious, and that's usually how it is. Like the only time I buy video games is because when they get released in the fall, and I'll play them in the winter.
Like Red Dead 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
my God.
that's the game I'm waiting
That-
for.
Yes.
Yeah.
While you guys are waiting for Red Dead 2, the game I'm waiting for that was revealed at E3 was the remake of Resident Evil 2.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It was like 30
Yeah.
years later, isn't it?
No, it's not quite that old.
It's pretty old. It's like
It-
20 something years.
It's pretty old.
Probably
I
25.
thought it was like
It
27.
Might be
something
at
like
least
that.
20.
Yeah. I thought it was.
I don't know, but I can remember playing the original Resident Evil 2.
Dude, 20 is only 98.
Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
I'm trying to think here. No, it was probably. Well, now that you say that, it may have been just 20 years.
98 is when Resident Evil
think-
2 came out?
I think the original Resident Evil came out in like 95 or
We're
96.
talking about OG PlayStation.
The Umbrella Corp.
Yeah, the 2-disc Resident Evil 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you could start either disc first.
Which one's Nemesis?
That was 3.
And that came out,
Early 2000s.
yeah, because it was on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
I was a house.
So
of
maybe
the
it was,
Dead
maybe it's 20
Yeah,
years
it's
old.
been about 20 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
guy. Dreamcast was the
But
shit.
dude, it looks awesome. Dreamcast was awesome. It's probably
Dude,
one of my favorite
Dreamcast was
consoles.
amazing. Dude,
The
House
only
of the
thing that
Dead-
hurt Dreamcast was not having enough games.
Yeah.
If they had a couple more licenses, that console was not that
Yeah,
bad.
that is true, man. That is true. Dreamcast was amazing. Like
I-
I wanted a Dreamcast, and I still want a Dreamcast.
Crazy Taxi.
I've owned 2, and I've sold both of them.
I would have just get a Dreamcast just
I'd
for
have
House
one
of
now,
the
though.
Dead. House of the Dead was
Yeah,
amazing.
House
and
of
you
the
could buy
Dead.
the gun
And they buy-
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
House of the Dead 2 was
Crazy Taxi was my favorite.
Crazy Taxi was
I jammed Crazy Taxi, man.
I like
That
them
Offspring
both
soundtrack.
Yeah.
Come Out and Play.
Yeah.
Or
Hey.
no, it wasn't Come Out and Play. It was
Self-esteem.
no, later. It was Conspiracy of One.
Okay.
Look away, come out swinging. Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Ooh, I still hate the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Ah,
just throwing that out there.
yeah.
I did catch myself the other day. Like
Singing it.
I was out at the pool and I was using my Bluetooth speaker that I just got, and I was listening to 90s summer hits, and Under the Bridge came on.
Yeah.
And the only reason I didn't change it was because I was like soaking wet in a pool, and I was like, "Oh man!"
And it got stuck in your head all day, didn't it?
Under the bridge downtown. Yeah, it did. It totally did.
When I realized,
Don't get enough. Yeah.
when I realized I hated Red Hot Chili Peppers, was standing in line to see the show tonight. That song.
Oh, God.
And
They overplayed that so much.
oh my Zephyr,
Californication,
we'll
man.
find a place together.
I don't think I know that one. Thank God.
Believe it or not, out of all Red Hot Chili Pepper songs, probably Rain Dance Maggie is actually probably my favorite.
I don't know.
And
that
it's like
one.
one of their newer ones, just because they don't play it a lot, and it's
Mhm.
actually a pretty decent song. I'm not a giant. It's like Jerry said, they played it so much, and I listened to Red Hot Chili Peppers so much, and then now they have it on the radio, it's like I'm kind of over it. It's kind of like I said the other day with the Day to Remember, man. I just listened and drilled hard, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, I don't want to listen to that.
Yeah.
So,
I
happens.
used to like their version of Higher Ground until I
love their
heard.
roller coaster of love.
Roller coaster. Only because it was in
So
Beavis
Beavis
and
and
Butthead.
Butthead,
Yeah.
That's the only reason why.
Say
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
But yeah, their version of Higher Ground until I heard the Stevie Wonder version, and I was like, oh no, this is actually better. Like, they didn't do it justice.
You know, we started talking about Trump and North Korea.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did.
And
Yeah.
we totally didn't go into that at all.
Yeah, so let's get into it. Are you guys shocked by it?
A little bit.
Does it make
mean,
you want to
kinda,
get
yeah.
out your tinfoil hat?
What do you mean?
Not really.
Like the conspiracies.
Hold on. Do we have to call it Bruce?
Yeah, for real.
That's what I'm saying.
Like
I mean,
it's such a weird.
It's been driven
thing.
into our brain for so long that Kim Jong-un is just like this terrible, horrible dictator.
Well,
Who
he
can't be
technically
reasoned
is.
That is.
Yeah, and he's like, and it's been drilled in so hard that, like, you know, you can't be reasoned with. You can't talk to him. You can't go over there. Blah blah blah. This and that. And then like Trump of all people, like he's shaking hands with him, you know, hugging him, you know,
the
like going behind closed doors and pissing on him, you know.
The theory that I heard
That it's
was
lizard
that
people.
Huh?
That it's lizard people.
Yeah, that and
Turning the frogs gay.
yeah.
Damn chemtrails.
Was that that Trump has upheld his threats, and that's why he kind of cowered or cowtailed or whatever it is to him. Was that when Trump said, "If you do anything, I will not hesitate to level your country," that it actually made him think like,
He stood his
"Whoa."
ground.
Yeah, he stood his ground against him. But I still don't think it's true. Like,
Wait, hold on. Are you saying Trump stood his ground against Kim Jong-un?
yeah.
Yeah.
No, because Kim Jong-un was like testing nukes, and Trump was just like, "Yeah, well, you know, it didn't hit anything." You know, he was
Yeah.
just testing them. You know, it laid it in some water.
Well, what happened was
you
is
know.
one of them like blew up like bad,
Yeah.
like, underground, and like I remember like seeing the news thing come across like, oh, there was like a
The
big
mountain collapse.
magnitude of earthquake in North Korea.
Yeah.
First thing I thought, like, that wasn't an earthquake, man. They were testing a nuke. 6 hours later, like, oh, looks like North Korea tested a nuke and it failed horribly underground. I'm like, yeah, no shit. Like, you gotta have a fucking brain to say, like, yeah, it wasn't no freaking earthquake.
Yeah.
It's like they screwed up. I think it kind of ruined their whole nuclear test thing. So they're just going, well, we're done with the nuclear stuff.
Like, if we want to eat,
Like,
Yeah.
like, we don't have to worry about Trump nuking us.
Yeah,
we're
we
going to
nuked
nuke ourselves. Yeah.
Pretty much. Well, like, you know, like Kim Jong Un, he killed his, was it like his
He's
his
killed like his
uncle,
whole
his
family,
whole
just
family.
about.
yeah, like his cousin.
I'm
Like,
not-
killed him like an airport. He had like 2 chicks go do it. It's like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Like, I'm not denying the fact
and it was with
that
ricin,
he's,
I think.
It might have been.
Yeah.
I'm not denying the fact that he's like a ruthless dictator and cold-hearted and will murder anybody. But it's just like what makes... Like, why now? You know, why is he kind of turning soft? Like, I think him meeting with Trump makes him look soft.
Well, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
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 It's like I
Oh,
think
yeah.
Dusty B said he tested. They were like probably selling or like banking on selling nuclear weapons or like the technology, the science behind it or something like that. And they destroyed it on accident. And then they were like, well, we don't have anything to fall back on because we're broke. So what do we do?
It's kind of like I think Iran. I think it was they had or I can't remember what country. They had a so-called like nuclear thing, and it all backfired. And they were just kind of like, hey, well, we give up. Yeah, it's just because they didn't have anything
Or like,
else like that.
we give up.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what happened. But,
That could be.
yeah. Well, like the whole they're buddies with like South Korea now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
It's good to know that North Korea is not going to nuke anybody anytime
yeah,
soon.
yeah.
You know, it's comforting. But at the same time, man, that's kind of like when... I hate to bring up a wrestling reference, but when like Stone Cold turned all corporate and was buddy-buddy with McMahon and all that stuff.
That was the worst
You know?
Stone Cold
Yeah,
ever.
that was horrible.
It's like the loosest butthole Stone Cold.
It's like you take like the badass and then you just
Cage him.
flush it down the toilet.
Yeah.
And not just cage him, but like...
Dress him up in a dress.
and he likes it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the thing, you know.
That sucked.
Yeah. I don't know. Call me crazy, but the world needed a Kim Jong-un, like some crazy dude to keep everybody on their toes.
Well, now we got
Putin.
Putin. Putin's still crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
he's still crazy.
he's not as active as he was, a couple months ago or a year ago.
I think the
everybody
North
was all
Korean
crazy.
stuff is kind of, and then the fact that World Cup's in Russia, I think they're just kind of chill, kind of let them do their thing.
So what's Trump's next move?
I don't know, Manafort got arrested today, or got to be put in jail or something like that.
He's just going to pardon himself. Trump is if he gets in trouble.
Nah,
He
he's
said
already
he could do it.
would. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's all kind of messed up. I don't think anything's gonna happen. I remember
No.
Bruce was like, "It's happening." Like,
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
Oh,
No.
next
Nothing.
up is Jared Kushner, and
Yeah.
after that, Ivanka.
Yeah.
And, then we're going to see the whole family in jail. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Viva la resistance! No, that
Yeah.
ain't gonna happen.
Nothing's happened
Not in
yet.
this day and age.
Hey, guys,
No.
fuck Trump. Am I right? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You
You know what I'm saying?
I really hope that we get gas prices down and more money and
You know, like I said, the job.
like I
thing's
hope
cool.
that his thing with the tariffs
Yeah.
and stuff, whatever he's doing, I just hope that it's like right around the corner that we start fixing things.
like roads and infrastructure and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like getting gas price. I mean, like that's a big thing. Like the like
Well, this year's election year, right? Is this year or next year? It's next year's election year.
Next
Gas will
year.
be down
Yeah.
next year.
yeah, gas will be next time.
It's
Ooh,
always election year.
I'm all the way out.
That sounds good.
But
But I agree with the gas prices for sure.
Well, like I was really pissed off this morning. I was like, I work every day. I work hard, and money. Yeah, right. And and I struggle like hard to get by, and like
Nobody should live like that.
exactly. That's where
Where
I'm
we
like,
live in North Korea?
like Jerry's doing all right.
Yeah, I do good.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. For not having a job, yeah, I do pretty good.
But like now I have this car, and I had to get insurance, and I have never been in an accident, never been pulled over for a
raping you
ticket,
For
and
insurance.
I'm having to pay $100 a month,
Who's your insurance?
Geico. But I've called other people, and they were like, "Well, we can get you like 89," and I'm like,
Then you gotta go through the whole process
Of
switching
switching
everything
insurance.
over. Yeah.
and like they want to give my home insurance too, so that's even more freaking paperwork. And I'm like, I don't know, man. It feels like for where I'm at, I'm 32-year-old man, living I own my own house and everything, but not really. But like I should be doing a little bit better, you know.
Man, I don't think it's. But,
And you got a good job
Yeah.
too.
I mean,
You know, you're not like flipping burgers at
Right.
McDonald's. You know, like you got a
The
legit
buildings.
job.
Oh yeah, I've got a good job.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just don't think it's you, man. I think there's a lot of people in that stitch, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be this hard.
That's like, I make, I got a pretty decent job, and then
Yeah.
Angie's got an okay job, and it's like sometimes it's like we pay all our bills and stuff, and I'm just kind of like, you know, it feels like I should have a little bit more than what we do.
You
And
should
it's
like be able to have kids and like not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
Not stress about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's just a weird feeling. You're like, it just feels like I should have more, but everything's so expensive. It's
Mhm.
like food is expensive. That's what I try to get her. It's like we just need to go grocery shopping. We need to quit eating out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
That's
like,
the key, man. Like I
eating
for
out.
one, I love
is the
cooking.
key.
I love cooking for one. So anytime I get to stay home and cook, I'd much rather stay home and cook than go out and eat
It's like,
anywhere.
We went to Charlie's last night. And dude, honestly, it's been. I texted my mom today, and it's probably been a couple of weeks since I've had like an actual home cooked meal. I was like, Mom, can I come over one day next week and you cook me dinner, please?
Yeah.
I'll pay for
like
it.
you went to O'Charlie's
Yeah.
to have them put food in the microwave and bring it out to you.
And it was
Yeah.
horrible. And I was just like, and I literally like, I have the text on my phone right now. I was like, I texted my mom. I was like, can you cook me dinner? Like, I miss your meals. I miss a home cooked meal. I was like, I will pay
Dude,
for it.
You know, I'll always cook for you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like that's why I like coming in here and eating. It's like it's actual home cooked meal. It's so good and it's better for you.
Oh yeah.
It's not in a
And cheap.
microwave. Yeah, and it's cheap. It's like
Yeah, I don't use the microwave.
it just sucks, man. Because like it's I mean, just food, just going out to eat's convenient, but it's like
And
That's
like,
all you're paying for. Is
when
the
you go out
convenience,
to the
man.
grocery store and you get like food for a week,
yeah.
and you're like, they tell you like it's $150, and you're like, seriously?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like we could
damn.
just go to McDonald's and eat for $5.
Yeah.
But when
Yeah.
you're doing that every single
Every-
meal for a
exactly.
week, it equals
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I had Skyline for lunch today, and I ate it, and I was just kind of like, I don't want to say like, I was just eating it like, this isn't good. This doesn't taste good. I've had Coney's like 4 times in the last like 2 weeks. I'm like, this isn't good.
I like a
don't
good
want it anymore.
homemade coney myself.
I like
I load it
homemade,
down with
yeah,
chili,
yeah.
cheese, everything I
Mm.
want on it.
Yeah.
My wife hates it,
I've been dying for like a homemade steak.
dude.
Oh
like
yeah.
on a cast
I've
iron
already
skillet.
fired up
Yeah.
the grill a couple
Yeah.
times.
Have you?
Yeah.
I've been wanting to make ribs. Like nothing beats home cooked meals, man. Like you can go to a restaurant, like a nice restaurant where like food's good, like ribs or a steak, and that's
Yeah.
awesome. But do cooking it yourself because you get the way that you want it.
Yeah.
You know, dude, nothing
And-
beats that.
And the feeling you get like when you slow cook ribs all day,
And it's good.
and then you finally sit down to eat it, and you're just like, oh,
yeah.
this
so
looked
worth
so good 8 hours ago when
Yeah.
I started it,
Yeah.
and now I'm sinking my teeth into
So
it.
so worth
good.
it, man. I need to. I don't have a grill. I think we're gonna grill this week for
Oh.
Father's Day sale.
Hell yeah.
So I'm gonna get
Propane or charcoal?
I want to do. Well, I want to do like a hybrid because I have the hybrid grills now where you can smoke and it's got propane and smoke.
Mm.
I'm gonna try to get one because I want a smoker, dude. I want to smoke some meat. So bad.
That's on my list to get a smoker.
Yeah,
I want to get an
smoker
electronic
so
one
bad.
though.
Yeah, electric's where it's at. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
get to
much
control
easier.
the temperature way.
You know what you could do? Take that fire pit out there, turn it into a brick stove, like a big brick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a brick oven.
I was thinking
Yeah.
get a shopping cart from Kroger, flip it on its side.
I didn't think you said you're allowed to do that. You should do that because of like the stuff that's got sprayed on it.
Yeah, you probably should. I was
Oh,
being
just
sarcastic.
yeah. I was
I
gonna
mean,
say.
yeah.
I watched. This is like. I guess this is the dad and the old man in me. I watched like King of the Road, that skateboarding show on Viceland, and like they just took a shopping cart and put it over like a big bonfire, and they were like cooking food on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've always heard you shouldn't do that. Like I wouldn't. And they're all like chowing down. I'm like, I wouldn't be eating that food. Like, I was just like, why the fuck do I care?
God.
I would burn it all off first,
Yeah.
and then cook on it, and put some foil down or something. At least.
Dude, I put foil down.
I'm a foil guy. I
I'm a
hate
foil
cleaning
guy,
the
too.
grill.
You know the reason I like foil because it keeps all the juices. Like I like
Yeah.
my burgers.
Keeps it
greasy.
from dropping,
Yeah.
catching fire.
Yeah.
I like my meat straight on the grill.
I got some of those
Do ya?
Mm.
grill
You want me to
mat
slap my
things.
meat on the grill?
Yeah.
Oh, I want the grill mats.
I got some of those. I bought them. It was like last year on like Amazon Day or something like that. I was like, oh man, I got to get those. They're on sale. It was like $10 or something
Yeah.
for like 3 or 4 of them.
we all just need to have like a big grill out day. Just
Yeah.
like, bring a dish.
Have a
and just eat it.
KYHBB cookout.
Yeah.
But for
yeah.
real, you should turn that fire pit into like a backyard barbecue.
I mean, good.
You could. That'd be cool. Then you
Yeah.
should like bleach tip your hair Start wearing your sunglasses
Wear like
around
a-
the back of your head.
Yeah.
Get a flame shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take you guys to Flavor Town. Y'all,
Wear a puka shell necklace.
hey, y'all laughing now. Next week you watch, man. Call me
Oh,
Guy
man.
Jerry.
You get a Mustang. It's a soft top Mustang. Diner drives in and dives. Is that how it goes?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Can't stand that guy. But I'll tell you what, dude.
The funny,
Dude,
like
that's
he is entertaining to watch, because like especially on the diners, drive-ins, and dives, when he goes into someone else's kitchen and he starts touching everything,
Yeah.
because he's so like he doesn't have like self-awareness,
He just does it.
Right.
and like these guys are on camera for like the first time. He's doing it for the millionth time,
Yeah.
and he just walks up while they're like kneading meat, and he like takes a pinch of it and throws it in his mouth, and the guy's just like, "The fuck is going on,
Like,
man?"
motherfucker, did you wash your
Dude,
hands?
yeah, did you
Yeah.
just take food from where I
All
watch it sometime.
employees must wash their hands.
Yeah.
Seriously, there's
Yeah.
a sign.
You can legit see like chefs flinch when he just starts reaching into their food. He does it like every single episode.
Oh,
I
yeah.
watch it all the time.
Sorry. Celebrity death. Speaking of dead chefs.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We-
This
like
is
not like to talk shit or bad, because I liked Anthony Bourdain, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, him, he died.
Yeah.
Hung himself. What's up with I hate talking about suicide because it's horrible. Like, it's just a horrible thing.
Right.
What's up with all these celebrities, man? The last couple of years,
They
it's-
can't handle it, man.
It's
They
been
just
sad.
can't do it.
It's been
You know, I
sad.
heard the thing with Bourdain was age. Like he was like his
Age?
birthday. Yeah,
Yeah.
his birthday was right around the corner, and it was like I guess like he was just like, well, I don't want to go out as an old man.
Yeah. It's like Avicii. I remember you're like, who the heck's that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's,
Wake me up.
he slit his wrists, which I didn't
Really?
know till like 2 days ago. Like, he slit his wrist and an artery in his neck with a piece of glass.
Well, he was like, this ain't going fast enough.
I guess, yeah.
What?
Yeah, he said more of that. Yeah,
Was
this
he on
needs to be
drugs
faster.
though?
I don't think so. They never said.
Really?
But
I heard that he had like legit like depression.
he did.
Like
well,
really,
he
really
had
bad.
that, and there was something wrong with his either like his kidney, not his kidneys. There was something wrong with like his. I can't remember what it was. Something was like leaking over into his body, and like it was like poison, and like he had to like recover.
Like
from
his
that.
appendix burst?
It wasn't his appendix. It was something else. But anyways, it was that he had
Yeah.
that issue. But well, all these celebrities killing themselves, man. It's sad. Like Kate Spade, she hung herself with a pink scar.
I didn't even know who that was before.
I didn't know either.
Yeah.
And then like I seen something where like David Spade reacts to Kate Spade's suicide. And I'm like, wait a minute, was that like his sister? His
Sister-in-law.
sister-in-law, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was just like, huh. Well.
She did something real dirty though. With her suicide note was like
Oh, I didn't even hear about it.
I
the
didn't.
note.
I knew she
Yeah.
had a note, but I didn't hear about it.
it was like to her daughter, it's not your fault, but if you want to know why, ask your father.
Oh, that's
Oh,
horrible.
That's dirty,
man.
dude.
That is dirty.
That's bad.
Yeah.
So what was up with the dad?
I don't know. Like I don't think you're going to say.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Cliffhanger.
But I mean, like he could just be an asshole. You know. I mean, like it's not that he did
Kate
something.
Spade hanger. Sorry, that was horrible.
But yeah, I mean, like he just might have been a dick or something, you know, or he cheated on her or something like that. You know, it could be that he has a sex dungeon where he, you know, like 8mm or something like that.
Yeah.
But it could
And
just be he's
yeah,
a dick, you know, and she couldn't handle, you know, or whatever.
But she hung
Yeah.
herself with a pink scarf
She went out the
on
same,
the back of a door.
yeah, like the Robin Williams way.
Yeah.
Did Robin Williams use a scarf?
Yeah,
Not a
he's the
scarf, a
belt.
tie or belt or
Or-
something.
yeah, it was a tire belt. Yeah. On the back of a door. Like he did the over the door. They said she did it door
From the
handle.
doorknob.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Like,
So, like,
and
she, like,
just
sat down.
and,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
just like, fuck it, I'm over it.
She got to that point where like she sat down. She's like, all right, that's a good spot right there. And then
Yeah.
just did it long enough to pass out. And then once she passed out, it was over.
Yeah,
Nobody was there to save her.
it's crazy.
Crazy.
I don't think she wanted to die. I think she wanted to, but she didn't really want to. Because if she really wanted to, she would have done it where she, couldn't have stood up.
Yeah, man, I know. And then Anthony Bourdain healing himself too, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's just crazy, man. Like Bourdain had like the coolest job. Like he got to travel around the world and meet all these different
Bourdain
people.
to me was like a modern day Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah, essentially he
Yeah,
was.
pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I loved about him. Was that he was self-aware, cool as fuck. His show was literally just whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
You know, and he was so good at it too.
And they're still, dude. They showed episodes that whole weekend.
Yeah.
I was
Like,
at
I was-
CNN,
yeah.
and I watched them. They were good, man.
I'm not as much into Parts Unknown as I was No Reservations. Like, No Reservations is peak Bourdain for me. I get Parts Unknown, and like it still had that Bourdain flair to it, but he was tackling issues and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas in No Reservations, it's just like, hey, watch me, tool around Russia, watch me hang out in China, which was just cool. He was so good.
You know how awesome it would be to have that gig?
That's what I'm saying.
at
That's the coolest job.
Yeah, like there was an episode where he was in Russia, someplace cold or something like that, and he's supposed to be doing an ice fishing segment, and so like the producers are out on the lake and like digging a hole, dunking the hook, and waiting for a fish to bite, and then pulling it up and then saying like, hey, get Bourdain over here, have him pull it up and go like, oh, this is what ice fishing's all about. So that was like the premise of the segment. He had the cameras rolling on him while they're doing it, and he was just talking about how awesome it is that he doesn't have to do the shit that they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, that's how he spun it.
Yeah.
And like, it's just like
Kind of breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or he's just like, yeah, they want me to go out there and like do this ice fishing segment. They like, look at these assholes.
I
You
got
know?
them doing it.
Yeah. And he's like, this is the perks of being a celebrity, even though I'm out here freezing my balls off.
Like, I'm the one supposed to be doing it,
Yeah.
but my lackeys are doing it for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Such a good show, man. That's, yeah.
Yeah. They said there's still some new episodes out there of like not No Reservations, but the other one. I guess Parts Unknown.
Yeah, Parts Unknown.
Yeah. But
He's
It
maybe
sucks.
like he had a hand in like Twitch. I wonder, because like, well, Twitch was gaming,
Like
but
the
now
gaming
it's
thing?
become IRL. Like you can watch Twitch streamers do it, even like YouTube. Like Anthony Bourdain and travel shows. Like he is a spin on travel shows, but now like these IRL streams and video blogging and stuff like that is really like a same kind of thing. It's like a twist on what Bourdain was doing, like narrating their lives and showing people how they just hang out.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I watch. I like watching those. There's a kid from Cincinnati that I watch named. Well, his channel's called Tribe Tyler, and
Yeah.
I watch him. He lives over in Cincinnati. He just does some cool stuff. And
Yeah.
He just films him and his wife or him and his friends, and it's just cool.
There's a
I've
guy.
thought about doing it, but it's like I'm not interested.
Yeah,
He's like
that's
some
my thing.
He's
too.
like some artsy, nerdy kid. Not nerdy, but he's like some artsy kid.
I've thought about it too, but like I don't like I just tool around the house all day. Like,
Oh, motherfucker, man.
Party foul.
Sorry.
Oh.
Shit. Damn it.
Well, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to we're going to cut this episode off. Dusty B has spilled his drink all over the table and all over everything. So we're gonna cut this one out, man. Oh no, you're cool, man. We're at time anyway. Thanks everybody for tuning in for our first episode back. Sorry we're a little rusty. We're just getting back into the swing of things here. You can use whatever you need to. We'll be back next week, I'm sure. Be on the lookout for the other podcasts that we do too. I'm sure we'll get back into the swing of things, doing all that. I think my phone's good. I don't know, maybe not. But always go to KYHBB.com to check out all the latest episodes of all the shows. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We will see you guys next week. I didn't even do our outro thing. I'm Jerry Saylor.
The asshole that spills his drink, Dusty V.
And I'm just chill.
And we
Shall we
are out.
Peace.
Peace.